Welcome, welcome back to Let's Play Trails in the Sky. Sorry. Last time, we made it in the Grand's Castle. We toured the castle and learned Colonel Richard's plan. And now we're gonna go meet Hilda and get ready to go meet the Queen. The food was amazing, but the conversation and flow of wine were much less so. So if you'll excuse me, I'll have some lost drinking time to make up for it. Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows for a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me? Seems the castle blueprints are missing too. What do they need with those? The Colonel's points are all very logical and rational, but I believe it would be best to get the particulars from Her Majesty and Her Highness the Princess directly. I can't believe the Queen's so worried. She's considering abdication. And Princess Klaudia choosing a husband at her age? Events are unfolding so quickly, I hardly have time to react. Seems there was a banquet to remember, and now my mistress has yet another worry to wrinkle her brow. What a shock this banquet has been. Duke Elnan as official successor to the throne? If anything can bring on a migraine, it's that. Tell me about it. Oh, it's you. What? Colonel Richard. Captain Malthea. Colonel Richard. Haha, Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remembered us. I realized that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How did you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him for our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Ah, yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge instead? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I have found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero, and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CEO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberal would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way! That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. You never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know all about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about, vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured out a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was not worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that he could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, alright. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know. And thus, I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. Okay, who was that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. And I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Would you like an after-dinner drink? We can make anything you'd like on or off the menu. Estelle, Joshua! So have you met with Her Majesty? Not yet. There's currently an important meeting being held in Dome. If you're open to look around, I'm afraid you'll have to try again later. I'm guessing dialogue hasn't changed. Another long workday. Even though the Duke was Her Majesty's representative, the Intelligence Division was pretty much calling all the shots. If Colonel Richard weren't around, I started to think what might have been. Can't even imagine what things would have been like if the Duke had taken over. Gives me chills just thinking about it. I just want to clean up here and get back home. Hello. Did you enjoy my cuisine? Nothing down there. Finished at last. Now to get my cleaning supplies cleaned up and get home. Home is where the lack of cleaning is. This is just between you and me, but cleaning up after the Duke's meals is revolting. It's hard to believe that he, the Queen, and the Princess are all related. Colonel Richard is such an amazing man. Pearls before the swine that is Duke in hand. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes, that letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius' children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Princess, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Klaudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening, huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, She. Oh, hey, aren't you? Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Klaudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle's going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh, me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get the sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the Queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in woman's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, She, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shia, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. He has that full dark hair, so it'd probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, looks like it's a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shia, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. With the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Gransell Castle for real when all this is all settled? Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this? None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the Queen in person. Yes, this is the do-or-die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This is your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. Joshua, your skin is almost as soft as a woman's. It's absolutely perfect makeup. I'm actually kind of jealous. And dialogue has indeed moved on. Hilda, I wanted to talk to you about Her Majesty's diet, but I can't right now. I'm in the middle of several things at once. Later, though, we must sit down and talk if you'd be so kind. And right now, Her Majesty needs nutrients, so the pressure is surely on. No one's here. Well, if it's a Hilda, what do you need from us? This is Intelligence Division's office. Please, it's best if you keep your distance. Let's go. Madam Hilda, what a long time it's been. Why, Mayor, you look simply exhausted. There's no hiding anything from you, Adam. I had some pressing business to finish before I left both, so I haven't yet slept. That won't do at all. I'll have some incense sent to you right away. Good stuff to drive you out in no time. I believe we just gotten some in from the east only a very short while ago. Thank you for your kindness. Are all these all students of yours? Reminds me of when Lila first came to my house. Madam Hilda, what brings you here at this hour? Another patrol. There's not enough of these. Oh, a private visit from Mistress Hilda herself. A training maid inspection, is it? Alright then. What's this? What magnificent architecture, a fancy design, and the castle's not bad either. Miss, I think I shall have to request a room cleaning post-haste. Did he recognize us? Most of the staff have gone home. Okay. Madam Hilda, you look well. And so you, Mr. Murdoch, though busy as ever, it seems. Yes, but it's hardly work at all when the central factory is so full of bright minds. I'm glad to hear Her Majesty is on the mend. Indeed, I'm sure we'll all be able to see her again soon. If there's anything in your need in your room, please feel free to let me know. I'll bring it right away. Thank you, Hilda. Oh, even he went home. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the lead of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before you go in to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as this. Boy clothes, now! Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Klaudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding? But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then? You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. At last, the meeting with the Queen. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means enter, as you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Osleys. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild, and I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see, so Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. Pitch black ornament capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it? The Professor told us that you have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow! So, it was a bona fide artifact then? Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gransel? So what does that tell us about the Gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to start some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius' daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? Why are we surprised at this point? Every single person we have talked to who's been important has been known our Cassius to some extent. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps, then, that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Halkin Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was by a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Lacen Fortress. Zeiss, Ruin, Bose, Roland. With their supply line severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea, and he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of the country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It glads my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever, Your Majesty. However, that is why I did not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Shores asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask that you only go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became Junior Bracer, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. Through the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running around all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because that's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty! My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Klaudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running. Yes. Though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness, and it's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with this passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberal will become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Liberal became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chests. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. No doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no! Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, so he demanded I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool? Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of Brace's jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right, but I'm still forgetting about what the queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh yeah! Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Well now, I was wondering how Hilda managed to get you two in here. Now I see. Those outfits were a marvelous idea. You both look quite convincing. Estelle, Joshua, I haven't had such a wonderful day in a very long time. You must come again for tea. I'd like it if Klaudia and Cassius could join us next time. We could all have a nice chat together. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair, but please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right, we're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Kinda lost all my confidence there. What's all this noise about? Duke Dunan. Father Philip. Oh, Duke Dunan. Ah, the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Lena, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you got a very healthy, clean look to you. Ugh. As for you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace. I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in her service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten? I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough. I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa! Oh, right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. It sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see... So? Allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why a gentleman should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do. Go in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? I don't believe any suspicions have been raised. Just keep alert until you return to your room. You can never be too certain how closely the intelligence division is watching you. Well, I do hope the princess is doing alright. I should have gone with her. Oh, even the head chef's gone. So does that mean this patrol is gonna be shorter? Oh. Oof. We're going until we leave the castle today, though. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? You. Ah! Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us, we've simply never been in a castle like this and we couldn't resist the urge to look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you a half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own notification. I admire your honesty. So let's not waste time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time? Zin. Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? It's the students. No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I should send them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to estimate if there's any way we could get our hands on some, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse us... Aw, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way! Your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zen produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Erebonian now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it, what it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. The letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. Would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. So you're definitely his kids, alright, if you can pull off a job as big as sneaking in an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they had managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Klaudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little crest. What, you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. What are these? Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so these must be archaisms. Oh dear. Holy shit. Yeah, that. Holy shit. He took out that thing in one stroke. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick-draw technique was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I'll expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's Majesty message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Now then, Zen, it was pure providence that Cassius inviting you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by and idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zen. Well, I may be A-rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rank curves across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. There are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Whoa, I'm not even sure I want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just think about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least that's just the impression I have. Oh! So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he's being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius' help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference in the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that shall we never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask for the cooperation of all Brancers and Grancel, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come on conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct the rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun, but we're up to it. So what do we have a solid idea on where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place is to be the Herb Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Lacey Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we sold it the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Neil? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. You could get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So after the cathedral then, there are 4 other breaks within the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts, they may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. We'll do that next time. Next time on Trails in the Sky, we get ready to begin fighting this coup d'etat. I'll see y'all then.